This is breaking news. If you have a Discover credit card or a Capital One credit card, you're gonna wanna watch this video because nobody's telling you what's gonna happen on July 27th. So if you are a Capital One credit card holder or an account holder, or if you're a Discover credit card holder or a Discover account holder, understand that Capital One has purchased Discover Bank and they're going to make the massive transfer from Discover over to Capital One on July 27th. Notices have went out and this is 1,000,000% official. Now first, we're gonna cover what's gonna actually happen with Discover credit cards, and then we're gonna talk about Capital One. So make sure that you watch this till the end because there's gonna be a lot of valuable information that you're gonna wanna take advantage of right now before July 27th. Now, first things first, if you have a Discover credit card, understand that they're going to transfer your credit card over into the Capital One system. Now, that does not mean they're going to close your credit card. That's what we know right now. What they mean is they're just moving it over into a new system. Do not, under any circumstances, do not close your Discover credit cards. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to be a part of Capital One, I'm going to close it. If you close your credit card, it's going to damage your credit score because you're going to close that account and you're going to lose that average age of credit. So if that credit card's been open 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you're going to lose all of that from your credit reports, and that's going to tank your credit score. This is why I tell people all the time, never ever close a credit card unless it's an absolutely crappy credit card and you are prepared to take the hit on your credit score, because you can lose over 150 points depending on how long the credit card has actually been open for. Now let's say hypothetically you do close the credit card. What will happen is you're going to tank your credit score because you're going to lose the average age of credit for how long it's been open for, and you're going to lose the available credit on your credit reports also. So if you're carrying balances, this may possibly make your credit score actually drop because your utilization is going to spike, meaning the balances that you owe on your credit cards is going to be offset because you don't have that actual available credit from that Discover credit card anymore. Now here's the thing that you need to pay attention to, because now you're going to be in the Capital One family. Your card from Discover is going to move into Capital One, correct? So you should be able to upgrade that Discover credit card to a Capital One credit card. Say for instance, you're not happy with your Discover it doesn't make sense for you anymore. You're not carrying a balance and you have an outstanding record with Discover Bank. Guess what? That's going to transfer to Capital One now. So you can possibly upgrade to a Venture or a Saver card or a Quicksilver, whatever makes sense for you. People are going to say Quicksilver is horrible. Okay, whatever. I'm just using it as an example. Now what Discover Bank is going to tell you is, listen, don't worry about anything. Your automatic payment is going to transfer over. Everything that's set up is going to transfer over. You don't have to do anything. You need to monitor this like a hawk. Understand this. We never ever want to trust the banks, because what if your payment doesn't go through? What if it's not set up properly? You're going to get a late payment and that's going to tank your credit score also. So you want to watch this like a hawk all the way up from the 27th of July and probably a couple weeks later to make sure that the transfer actually happens properly. If it means you make a manual payment, then you do that also to make sure that everything goes smoothly and processes as it should on time, because one late payment can drop your credit score over 100 points. And it's one of the most painful things on your credit report, and they're very difficult to reverse. Understand that. But I will say this, Capital One is one of the most forgiving companies that does reverse late payments. Unlike Discover Bank, Chase Bank, American Express, a lot of those other banks don't give a damn. But Capital One has historically shown us that they will reverse late payments on credit reports. If you are a Discover credit card holder, I'm going to drop a link in the video description that's going to say Capital One upgrade page. Now what you do is you log in there for your Capital One account, and you'll see your Capital One accounts and you'll see your new Discover card is going to be in there also. You can upgrade any Capital One credit card using that link with no hard inquiry. Hear me again. There's going to be a link in the video description that's going to say Capital One upgrade link. You can log into that into your Capital One account, and then you can upgrade your Discover credit card or any Capital One credit card to another credit card with no hard inquiry. If it doesn't work, just come back, revisit in another 91 days or 6 to 8 months at most. I don't know what they're going to offer you, to be honest with you, because this is all new to me. I've never seen anything like this where Discover's moving into Capital One. But we have seen other credit cards from Capital One go from a platinum credit card to a Quicksilver to a Saver card to a Venture card. It's going to vary from credit profile to credit profile for anybody out there. Now, I will tell you, if you're trying to upgrade any Capital One credit card, again, the link is going to be in the video description and anyone can use it to see if you actually have an offer. You can also go into the app in the Capital One app and look for the offers tab. Under the offers tab, you'll see if they're offering you another credit card. Now understand, do not take another offer for another credit card until you upgrade your credit card to another credit card. Because what will happen is you'll have an extra credit card on your credit profile. If you upgrade a card, what happens is it switches the product, it keeps the account open, and it keeps growing the age. We don't want to add unnecessary credit cards to our credit profile because it lowers your average age of credit, and that's what helps you get into the 800 club. Always be aware, the longer your credit cards are open, the longer your accounts are open, the more age is created on those accounts. That's why when your grandma has a credit card that's been open 30 years, she can add you on as an authorized user and it immediately boosts your credit score because you just injected 30 years of credit reporting onto your credit reports. That's 30 years of positive payment history. So we want to keep those accounts open as long as we possibly can. Because again, this is what helps you get into the 800 club. Not constantly applying for credit cards, because every time you apply for credit cards or some type of loan or credit product and you get it and it's added to your credit profile, it lowers your average age of credit. We want that to grow as long as it possibly can. Now, a lot of people with the Discover credit cards will say, okay, what's gonna happen with my cash back? What's gonna happen with my actual frequent flyer miles? I believe there's some cards that offer that. That's all going to transfer into the Capital One system, but we don't know how it's going to actually be tallied, meaning are they actually worth? And we don't know if you can take your cash back and actually switch it to miles or buy other things inside of the Capital One app, which would actually be pretty dope because there's an entire travel system inside of the Capital One app if you're interested in doing something like that. Now, if you have a Discover credit card, also understand that the reward structure is going to stay exactly the same. Now, we don't know how long it's gonna stay the same for, understand that, because they could chop it down. They could keep it the same or they could beef it up. So this is why it's also important to say, no, don't close the credit card. You don't know what's gonna change. I wanna give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Tanya. Tanya's credit score went up 289 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Christian's credit score went up 366 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And let's not forget about Allison. Allison's credit score went up 204 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. Now let's put the article up on the screen right here that was actually written by Upgraded Points. Now the new edition cardholders will like. Discover cardholders will be able to book and including up to 5% on hotels, vacations, rental cars, and activities booked through the Capital One travel platform, in addition to tickets and events booked through Capital One Entertainment. So if you're using the actual portal in there, you're going to be able to rack up even more with Discover Bank cards now that you're in the Capital One family. Now here's where redemptions will change slightly. When the transfer to Capital One occurs, Discover Mile cardholders will be able to redeem rewards for gift cards, while Discover Cashback cardholders will be able to redeem cashback rewards against the cost of purchases made with the card. Now this may be a little trick that a lot of people don't understand or know about, but while Capital One will continue to allow Discover Cashback to be redeemed for gift cards at a discount, it will institute a $25 minimum for gift card purchases. Listen, I understand that a lot of Discover cardholders are not gonna be happy about this. I get it, I understand. You don't wanna be a part of Capital One, but I will say this, I've been a card holder with Capital One for over 12 years now. I haven't had any major crazy issues. My kids are with them, my wife is with them. We enjoy it. But the biggest part I want you to take away from this video is, one, you're gonna have an opportunity to possibly upgrade this credit card with Discover Bank, or if you have a Capital One credit card, you can do the same thing. So don't close your credit cards. Always work to upgrade them or increase the credit limits, because you can do that inside of the app with no hard inquiry also. Last part's the most important. Now, before I leave you, I'm gonna give you a couple of little tips here if you're thinking about upgrading your Discover to a Capital One or a Capital One to another Capital One credit card, what kind of things you should always pay attention to. One, If you get declined, just come back in 91 days or at the most about 6 to 8 months. They're gonna let you know exactly why they did not upgrade you, or they're gonna say there's just not an offer right now. Now, what you need to do is actually use your credit card and pay it off in full every single month. Never carry a balance with Capital One. They don't like that. It's the same way with Discover Bank. If you're going to try to do an upgrade, you want to consistently not be carrying a balance with Capital One for a minimum of 91 days before you apply for an upgrade. Now, some people we have seen will get approved even if they're carrying a balance to upgrade their card, because they have multiple cards on their credit profile. Every card will vary. So you can literally click on a card. If you have, let's say hypothetically, 2 Discover credit cards and like 3 Capital One credit cards, click on every card. Every card is going to have the availability to see if you actually have an upgrade available for every card. Because understand, every card is a different account. And my last and final piece, I will say it again, do not close your credit cards. Unless you just absolutely don't care, your credit score is gonna tank. You're like, I don't even care. But your credit score will start to rebound in about 6 to 9 months and 12 at the most, depending on the credit profile out there. Everyone's gonna be different because there's no 2 credit profiles that are alike. If you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's gonna show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail the letters, and it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.